So first of all, I can't thank you all enough for coming to this event. I actually haven't spoken formally this entire weekend. I've been like running around. So I am Director of Operations at Internet Bar, and I direct the Tech for Justice Initiative. And domestic violence is something that's very close to my heart and also close to the hearts of several team members in the organization. And I just want to thank all of you for taking, right now this is a group of people who has spent an entire weekend in the rain on a weekend that there are St. Patrick's Day parades going on and traffic is crazy, and this is a group of very special people. You know, there are no monetary prizes. All the donations are to shelters or DV advocacy centers. So I think that you're all very special, and I can't thank you enough. And I also, not to gender, but I just am absolutely blown away by the amount of young men in this room who have contributed solutions. So I think that that's really cool. So I have a few people to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank Coulson and Eugene. And Coulson has been vital to helping gather the domestic violence community in Chicago. And this event would not have turned out the way it had without that help. And so I thank you for connecting with people here and letting them know about what we're doing. And I thank the domestic violence community for coming. In Illinois right now and in Chicago, there is such an extreme funding cut that's going on that organizations are laying people off. There are people who've not been paid in 6 months. This is a situation that is absolutely critical and kind of reflective of some systematic issues that are going on in terms of how, you know, different sectors as a community support areas that really need support in our society. So I think that coming together in this multi-sector way is really important, and we will support everybody in moving these projects forward. So thank you so much. And Glenn Rodden, his decision-making with Legal Services Corporation, or his help with that, has made a lot of these grants possible and a lot of this type of work possible with using justice and technology in innovative ways, and making sure that we are using the tools at hand and the innovation that we can reach together as a community and as human beings. I mean, look at what happened in a weekend. You know, the ideas that came out of this. So thank you so much, and Glenn, could you please?
I will.
Let everybody know.
As Ed Mark said, this is a lot like the Academy Awards. There's not one of these that wasn't worthy of being the best picture coming out of this. But Jeff wouldn't let us do that. He told us we had to actually pick the winners and the losers out of the group. So we talked a long time about it, and there are no losers. No, because really, everyone has great potential. I'm going to go through the honorable mentions first, and keep you in suspense on who's going to get the grand prize as we go. MAP. Honorable mention to MAP. We think that the data scrubbing was really impressive, that you took a site that didn't have a lot of value and the potential for that, and plus we saw a lot of potential to use that type of data scrubbing for other types of social service agencies, other locations that could be very useful. So we hope you keep going with that. In my language, access to justice starts with access to materials in your language. And without that, it's not going to be possible. It's very important. And so giving people options in their languages to find resources where the people can help them in their languages. That's very important. Again, we hope you keep going with that. We thought it has a lot of really good potential, and it's very important. Secure Me. Secure Me was just amazing in what you guys are going through with all the different depth and ways that you've got, the flow charts and stuff. We hope that you've got the wherewithal to go through and actually get this done and to get this out there. It's going to be very important for people. We had an application in Albuquerque when we did the one out there that, you know, one of the most important things for people that are in danger is the ability to let other people know without alerting the abuser. And so we hope that you can make that a real product and come to fruition with that and keep moving with that. So thank you for your hard work on that. Navigating DCFS. That was a really good flow chart. We understand that people are going to need this information that, and with Gwen and Leo around, I'm sure you guys will have this up and running very quickly. Navigating the system, that's again part of access to justice. He's getting people to understand, and so that there aren't unintended consequences by people's actions, letting them know the ramifications of if you do this, this might happen, so don't do this type of thing, and you might never think of it. So that's something that's very important too. We're glad to see all the hard work, and we'd like to see more information given to people to help them navigate the systems like that. So. Okay, so we're to number 3 now. Number 3 on the chart, elevate. We really like the fact that you have your product finished, that people can leave and get the data in a format that's very useful, that the person has all the control over the data. And so Elevate is our number 3 award winner. Number 2, which will give away number 1, but there's no other way to do it. DV Serve. I practiced for a long time, and I'll tell you, I understand how hard it is to get service on people, and without that service, what that means. And using the volunteers, doing the crowdsourcing, we thought this was really a good way to do this. We like the fact that you looked at existing tools that were out there that you could incorporate into the DV Serve. We think this is going to have a good impact on people getting the relief that they're entitled to and not having to wait and wait and wait for it. And so we're very impressed with that. And so the number 2 spot goes to DV Serve. So that leaves number 1 as ProCalc. And as you figured out, making the case, having the evidence that the advocate needs to actually be able to come in and prove the abuse, that's very important. Doing it contemporaneously is always much better, so that you have that detailed record so that it's impossible to refute. You've got the photographic evidence there, and the fact that you can turn it into a little calculator that looks so innocuous on there, that's really, really important. So you're the number 1 winners, and congratulations.
I had 2 things that I forgot to say. I would like to thank the 3 companies who funded our prizes. The $500 third place prize is Mobile Makers here in Chicago. The $750 prize is from Rocket Lawyer, and the first prize of $1,000. And these are all to domestic violence provider community members, is Direct Law. So I wanted to, if Aaron, you would come up and say some things about the work that you guys are doing.
Well, one of the main reasons that Direct Law exists is to connect people who really need legal resources with legal resource providers through technology, and so that's why we support things like this. And I'm just amazed at all the incredible ideas that have come out of this weekend and I'm glad to have been a part of it. And I'm glad Direct
last but not least, I wanted to thank so much a guy who has just been absolutely so supportive to this entire event and is an ABA legal rebel, which means that he has been working to make significant changes in innovation in the legal field for a very long time. He directs an organization called the Computer Assisted Legal Instruction, right?
Close enough. Center for Computer Assisted Legal Instruction.
Computer Assisted Legal Instruction. And he's been doing a lot of work in different ways to bring students together to learn about the law. And I would just like to thank you so much, John, for your support, and you have a gift for me.
Oh, thank you.
When the cameraman gets a gift too.
Thanks. Oh man, big data. Wait, shake your hand. Make the face of big data.
Shake each other's hand.
Oh.
I think you like each other. Gee.
Okay, and Jeff, you can say a few words. Jeff Russey is president of Peer Network.
Well, first of all, thank you to the team that put this together, to Carolyn, to Christine, in particular to Hannah. Did a great job. And just lastly, I want to just mention the partners that, and the sponsors and all of our supporters. Our partners that really made this happen: Illinois Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the Land of Lincoln Legal Assistance Foundation, the Chicago Metropolitan Battered Women's Network. This would not have happened but for the fact that these groups got together, brought the people here. This is really our main effort as the world of law transforms itself, and instead of focusing on the lawyer and how we can all reach out and get new clients, what really is happening is we're looking at the people who need access to justice and looking at it through their eyes and trying to reach out and enable and empower those people. And the people on the front lines of that are all these support. I think with that, we are adjourned. So thank you very much. The ABA Tech Show. Adriana Linares is in the back there. She is the vice chair of ABA Tech Show. It was her idea to say, well, look, we've got Tech Show coming up. It's its 30th year, and why not have a hackathon before the Tech Show? So she said, there's just a little parade in town. Don't worry about that. It's a little parade, that's all. And so we were able to do it. But Adriana, thank you very much for giving us this chance.
Thanks to everyone. Thank you.
Our supporters, Project Prospera, Illinois Legal Aid Online, Legal R&D, the Domestic Violence Legal Aid Clinic, DePaul University College of Law, the Pro Bono Community Service Initiative. Again, these supporters were there supporting us throughout the project, helping us put it together. And finally, our sponsors, John, thank you. When you put these hackathons on, have somebody step up on day one and say, you have a venue and you have food, and anything else I can help you with makes this happen. Thank you very much, John.
And Chicago Kent, thank you.
And Chicago Kent. Chicago Kent has been in this, the College of Law has been in this access to justice business since the late 80s, early 90s, led by Hank Parrott, Ron Stott, and many other great leaders. They're really the visionaries that we have to thank for making it work in this field. Manusto Mediation, Direct Law, Rocket Lawyer, the State Bar of Texas, the Computer Tech Section, and they gave me a message to pass along to the Illinois Bar Computer and Tech Section and other computer tech sections of every state bar. Get involved. They made a wonderful donation to us. Holistic Solutions. Dan and Julia, thank you very much. They've been with us every step of the way. And of course, Dan's been our MC throughout. Thank you. We even have an international supporter, Kusamoto & Kusamoto law firm from Lagos, Nigeria. Friends of ours have been involved in access to justice for many, many years. And then Hacker's Nest. And they just ran a hackathon in Utah just last weekend. So I think with that, we are adjourned.